Hey guys, it's Melanie. Today I have a brand overview to share with you guys of the brand Youth to the People. You can find Youth to the People both at Sephora and at Derm Store. Everything that I'm going to be showing you guys today I will link down below at both websites. Obviously, you can find Youth to the People in store at Sephora, but Derm Store you'd have to order online. So everything that I've ever gotten from them was from either of those two places. I have had some really positive experiences with everything that I have tried from Youth to the People. Honestly, at this point, I think I've actually tried everything in their line except I think they might have an eye cream that I haven't tried yet. So I might invest in that coming up here shortly and be able to report back on that for you guys as well. But I have tried everything else that they have in the line so far. It is a pretty small skincare line. They are based out of California and they use a lot of natural botanical ingredients. There's a lot of spinach, a lot of kale, a lot of different types of vitamins that they include in their different products. And like I said, I've really enjoyed everything that I've used so far. So in this video today, I'm going to run through everything that I have used, share with you guys some quick thoughts, and just let you know whether I think it's worth you investing in any of the products or not. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to start at the beginning with the cleanser. So this is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Age Prevention Cleanser. Now it looks like I haven't used any of it. However, I actually have used half of this. I recently purchased the Sephora Favorites Scouted by Sephora skincare set for $44. I will link this down below as well because this has some really great stuff in it. But it actually came with a, I would say about half the size of this. I think this is maybe like 2 ounces and you get an ounce in this particular set. However, when I went to go grab that cleanser out to take into the bathroom, I realized that the lid was cracked on it and some of the cleanser had actually leaked out into the little plastic baggie that the cleanser was in. It had only leaked about a quarter of the product, so I didn't want to deal with like taking that back and returning it to Sephora. So I went ahead and just poured what was left in that bottle in here, which filled it back up, which is great because I really like this cleanser, you guys. This is a very gentle yet super effective cleanser that would work for any skin type. I'm talking if you are dry, sensitive, oily, combination, normal, whatever your skin type. I think this is the perfect just everyday cleanser to use both morning and night. I have typically only used this at night and I use it in conjunction with my Clarisonic. I use my Clarisonic every single evening. And this has worked beautifully. It is a slightly more runny type of cleanser, if that makes sense. You do get a little bit of a slight foaming action from this, but it's not like a heavy sudsy type of cleanser at all. It is not drying. It does not strip your skin. It smells amazing. I always talk about smell because I'm kind of a sucker for scent. It honestly, it kind of smells like kale and spinach, but not in like a super earthy kind of way, almost in a like slightly sweet. It's hard to explain, but it has a very just natural light fragrance to it. It is not offensive. I really like this cleanser, you guys. Like I said, I've used it in the evening with my Clarisonic. It takes away all the traces of the dirt, the oil, the makeup from the day, gets rid of it. My face is not tight or itchy afterwards. It's just perfectly cleansed. And when I go over it with a cotton pad and my toner that I'm using that particular day, there's nothing that comes off in terms of makeup that's left behind or anything like that. It works extremely well. The next product I'm going to share with you guys, I am actually I'm nearing the end, so I have used this. Like I've used almost the entire container, so I feel like I can give you guys a solid By the way, this is like thumbs up. Yes, I think you should try this. This is also going to be one of those like 2 thumbs up. I love this kale and tripeptide 37 vitamin C hyaluronic acid age prevention firm and brighten serum. So that's a mouthful. This is a spendy serum, I'm not gonna lie. But I have loved using this in the morning on my face and on my neck. And I absolutely think that this has helped to ease the lines on my forehead. I do have a pretty expressive face. I'm lucky that I don't have any of like the smile lines over here yet, but I do have some deeper lines on my forehead. And I do think that this has helped to ease those lines. And I think it has done it by helping to hydrate and plump my skin. It just makes my skin perfectly moisturized for throughout the day. Because I have very oily skin, I have to be careful to not use any heavy moisturizers in the morning. What I will do is I will put this on and then typically go over, it's right in front of me because I just used it this morning. I will put on my Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense over top. I do let this absorb for at least 5 minutes before going over it with this. But it sinks into my skin. It makes me look really hydrated and refreshed. I think that it has helped with hyperpigmentation from breakouts that I've had from time to time. But it has also helped to just keep my skin clear and just looking its best. Honestly, this has been such an amazing product. I will miss it when I finish it because while I will repurchase it at some point in the future, there are some other things that I want to be able to try for you guys first. But this is absolutely something that I would totally go back to. And if you've never tried it, I think it is absolutely worth investing in. We all know that the Sephora VIB sale is coming up here very shortly. If you've been curious about this, get it for 20% off because I think it's a worthwhile product. Next, let's talk about the mask that they offer in their line. This is a small size here. By the way, these 3 products right here came in a set that is an incredible deal from Sephora. I will link the set down below. So you actually get a full size of their moisturizer in that set, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but these 2 products came in there as well. So I did a mask Monday on this already. I will link the video down below. This is the spirulina and microalgae kale spinach mask. It's really nice. I like it a lot. It has a very similar scent to what you're going to find in the cleanser, just very natural, very light. This is a mask that I feel like helps to tighten your skin, helps to draw out impurities, just makes your skin feel refreshed and clean without, once again, feeling overly dried out or tight. This dries on your face like a more traditional clay mask, but not to like this hard finish that is difficult to remove in any kind of way. I just feel like this is a really great gentle mask, and I would absolutely love to have the full size of this in my collection to be able to use once or twice a week. It is a lovely, lovely mask that just worked really, really well for my particular skin type, which is, once again, pretty oily. All right, the last thing I'm gonna share with you guys is the Kale and Spinach Green Tea Hyaluronic Acid. This is their Age Prevention Moisture Cream. I was obsessed with trying this after I swatched it, after I put it on my hands when I was in Sephora one day. And right at that point, they had just sold out of the set where you could get all these things, and I almost bought this just by itself, but I knew I wanted to try those other products, so I held out. I'm sorry if the lighting just changed. It's kind of a weird, like, cloudy day, but when it's cloudy out, it seems like it makes it like 10 times brighter in here. But I've been using this now for several weeks as both my nighttime moisturizer as well as some spot treatment moisturizing on my face in the morning. So there are times when we first turn the heat on in the house where my skin kind of freaks out a little bit and I'll get some dry patches in certain areas on my face. Usually the corners of my mouth here, and then like right around like my eyebrow area, it'll just get kind of flaky. So I've been using this in the morning in those areas what I like about this moisturizer, has that same scent, but what's great about this is that when I do use it during the day, like it doesn't make those areas any oilier. The texture of this is really nice. I hate sticking my finger in here because honestly, I actually use the little scoop that it comes with, but the texture of this is really, really oily skin friendly. So if you are someone who actually likes to use a moisturizer in the morning and you have really oily skin, this is the perfect one because it has a almost gel-like consistency that smooths over the skin really nicely. And once it absorbs, it leaves this almost like matte, just really smooth finish to your skin. I don't even want to say matte because sometimes matte implies like dry, but just smooth and silky. Almost like a silicone type feeling, but not. It's not that occlusive, heavy silicone feel at all, but that same kind of smoothness that you can sometimes feel on your skin after applying a silicone-based product. This is just a really great hydrator, you guys. It doesn't break me out. It doesn't feel overly heavy. It smooths on my skin beautifully. It absorbs very quickly. And I do find that it does help to hydrate my skin. When my skin is hydrated, my pores look smaller, all of my lines look less defined, because my skin just has the moisture that it needs. Also, it helps to counteract my like overly aggressive oil production. I have found the older I get, the more moisture I put back into my skin, the less oiliness the less oil my skin produces, if that makes sense. My skin doesn't constantly think that, you know, it's dry and that it needs to like hydrate by producing more oil. If I'm putting the moisture in via products, then my skin can kind of calm down a little bit, if that makes sense. So this is also one that I would absolutely recommend trying, but I would say if you're gonna get this, you might as well spend, I wanna say it's like $4 or $5 more to get the set. It is worth trying this cleanser. It is worth trying this mask, absolutely. And obviously, you guys know that I love this age prevention serum as well. Overall, I really like the line. Any of these things that I've purchased, I would absolutely repurchase in the future. They are great products that I think would work for a wide variety of skin types. I do think that if you have excessively dry skin, this might not be enough moisture for you, but if you are anywhere just in the normal, sensitive, combination oily skin type, this is a great everyday moisturizer for you. So let me know if you guys have any questions down below, and please do let me know if you have tried anything from Youth to the People, what your experience has been. Once again, everything will be linked in the description box, so if you want to read up on some of this stuff yourself, please feel free to go do so, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.